So again, his name is Scott. I met him on the internet. No, he's not crazy. He's just a normal gun guy.
It's watermelon time! Yeah! Woo!
This guy may actually be crazy.
You know what this is? Nobody likes eggplants, right? Is that John?
It's a different guy! I'm getting out
Hey,
of
I
here.
got some new slap rounds!
Different guy, wrong place! I'm sorry!
All right, come back! John! What's up, everybody? My name is Scott, and you're watching Kentucky Ballistics. We're back on the range, and today we're going to do some science with some Ballistic Dummy Labs body parts and several firearms. We're going to see what happens when you don't give firearms the respect they deserve. Let's go check out what I got and get started. So today we have quite the spread from Ballistic Dummy Labs, and I have a guest here with me today, John Lovell from the Warrior Poet Society. He's come to give me a hand today.
I got dad jokes for days, guys.
So today we are going to show you what happens when you don't give firearms the respect that they deserve, because firearms are cool, firearms are fun, but they're not toys.
That's right.
So today we're going to see what happens if you were to have a negligent discharge with your firearms in a few different scenarios here. So we have giant Hickok 45 hands today. We have a leg. We have a whole arm with a strong hand. This is John's favorite here.
This is just a big old butt, guys, and then you turn it around, I mean pelvis. So, and then this guy right here.
Then we have a zombie head, yes. But you all are familiar with this one. We've got several different scenarios that I am super excited about trying out, so say we just get started. Okay, so we're gonna start out with the leg. One of the #1 rules is to keep your firearm pointed in a safe direction at all times. A lot of people will keep their gun, you know, like this. You just want to make sure you're not pointing it there. So we're going to see what happens if, worst case scenario, you've got your gun pointed at your foot, you've got a round in the chamber, and you don't have your safety on.
You know, can I spoil this for everyone?
Sure,
Just,
yeah.
Don't shoot your foot, because this is going to happen to it, all right? So stupid. Let's rock and roll, bro.
Okay, well, we got one round of 5.56 soft point, and John's gonna do the honors.
I'm gonna, man,
I'm gonna let you blow this foot to smithereens.
Scott, this is a little new for me. I'm just gonna, like,
Looks
literally
good.
like
That's
this.
perfect. Oh my gosh!
Wow. It's just as I said, you should not, you shouldn't shoot your foot.
Oh, yeah, if you shot yourself in the foot with a 5.56 at point blank ranges, I don't think you're gonna have a foot anymore, John.
I mean, that really...
It's missing so, like the whole foot's gone, not just toes.
We've learned that lesson. What
now
next?
you know. That piggy would go wee all the way home. I beat him to it.
That's a dad joke.
It.
So I think out of all the stuff we're shooting today, this is the cringe one. I'm gonna feel this when it happens.
I'm kind of excited about this one. So somebody sent me a photo of somebody who had a negligent discharge with a 500 Magnum, and it hit them in the kneecap area. So we're gonna kneecap this leg with a 500 Smith & Wesson Magnum with an 8 3/8 inch barrel, using some Underwood ammo, 350 grain jacketed hollow points. John, what is your prediction?
I'm thinking he'll be just fine.
Really?
No, I think it's going to be messy. I think it's going to be a disaster. I don't think there will be a knee afterwards.
I don't think so. Judging from what the 5.56 did to the foot,
yeah,
with all the wires hanging out now, I think this will be the end of
it's
the
going to be bad.
Okay, here we go. Right in the old kneecap. Oh, righty then. That, you smell that? Oh.
It smells like freedom.
It smells like burnt hair.
So, quick prediction, medically speaking.
Yes.
As an amateur.
This is why I brought you out here, because You have way more medical training than me, so
You're right.
what would we do here?
So it's going to be very hard without a significant amount of duct tape for this man to walk without, because you got to kind of.
Yeah.
It does see it doesn't attach. He'll go to take
Yeah.
a step, and this just goes.
Falls
and
right
so
off.
then and then he falls, and so the leg is probably 50-50 not going to work anymore.
Dude, look at this. Look at the burn mark and like this star pattern we got.
Oh.
I mean, that's gone. Again, we are learning so much today about firearm safety, and this is important stuff. It really is. Be careful with your giant hand cannons, because you just may completely lose your leg. Okay, well, before we move on to upper body parts, I say we stick on the lower, and we've got this wonderful new thing for the channel here, and we're gonna do
Really? Really?
carrying a firearm when it comes to concealed carry, and there's two popular positions. You've got appendix carry, and then what they call this one here, like 45 or yeah. So I carry appendix a lot like that.
Yeah, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. But
4 o'clock. Okay. See, he's got the technical terms. That's why John's here.
4 o'clock.
Okay?
I got you guys.
Everyone says what about carrying appendix? What are they afraid of?
Yeah, have fun shooting your femoral artery. Truth be told, whether you're drawing from a 4 o'clock position, you'll notice when people are in 4 o'clock, that gun is kind of pointed into it. It's not down, it's kind of in.
Pointed into the butt cheek area.
Right, and so dudes who have gone for that draw stroke have accidentally, negligently discharged around through the big old ham back there.
So we're definitely going to shoot the butt then.
And similarly, folks in the 3 o'clock, especially when you stand with an open stance here, the muzzle is really pointing straight down your leg.
Okay.
And so that could happen.
Right.
No matter how you carry, understand, things can go wrong.
Right.
And that's all we're talking today, not to win you to one way, just to say, hey, be careful all around.
And now we're going to find out what happens if you're not so careful all around.
Latch this guy on, appendix out here. Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, that's looking
I carry
good.
my gun right about here.
Yeah.
And we'll tighten her down, and there it is. And if
perfect.
you look, it doesn't really
Yeah.
point at the stuff. Now, if you sat down,
Yeah.
it's going to be pointing at stuff.
Right.
And so, anyway, things can get dangerous no matter how you carry it. But here, you notice it's not going to hit a femoral artery, which goes down through the pelvis, runs kind of in this meat, and then it starts to surface lower down in the leg. And so that's where your femoral tract is really going. So people feel like you're going to shoot your femoral artery. I'm like, you're not wearing the femoral artery on your outside of your leg here.
It's in there.
If I just pull the trigger here, it's just going to go down and not
Right.
hit anything. I'm going to imagine you're either seated or you got a little
Go ahead and push
love.
it down.
I'm going to push it down and press the trigger and see if we can kind of hit that pelvis right there.
Sounds great. We're loaded up with some SIG 147 grain concealed carry ammunition there. All right, John, you're good to go. Oh!
Every dude in America right there just went, oh! Let's see the
That would
carnage
not,
here.
oh, that would not feel nice.
No, so
No. Do you think this would be fatal?
well, I don't.
Do you
know.
think that would have went into the artery like you were speaking about?
I don't think so. I think it really depends more on, you know, where that bullet's tracing down the leg. Like, for instance, if you were kind of rocked back on this foot here, so it's kind of going down the leg, maybe.
Right.
If you're kind of lean foot,
Maybe not.
I think it just depends.
Gosh, that would be, ugh. I'm still going to carry appendix, but
I'm going to be real careful about it.
yeah, I'm going to be a little more careful. That'd be rough.
Have a good holster. Be real careful holstering up.
So have you seen the picture of the guy who has like a Glock and a leather holster, and that holster's gotten wet over time, and now it's a little more flexible, and that holster has finally got up in the trigger and went off when he sat down and he shot himself in the butt
He was
cheek?
in a truck.
Yeah.
And I saw that picture.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's what we're gonna do next. We're gonna shoot this butt cheek here. I'm literally just gonna, I guess we're just gonna angle it down and right into the butt cheek. So your gun would kind of be downward, you say about maybe like right there?
I think so.
All right, here we go. Okay. So we've got a piece of bone here.
Yeah.
And yeah, is the round in there?
Though it is a lot of damage in flesh, it is flesh.
Yeah.
Meaning like you're
There's
gonna
not a lot of veins and stuff.
You're gonna live
arteries.
through this.
Yeah.
Of like dudes in war have had their butts blown off and
Right.
survived it. You just sit a little awkward forever.
Yeah, they're definitely. That's definitely some damage, and yeah, it came out right here.
Yep.
There's a lot of meat here, and even though it's not realistic, I feel like it's just a waste if I don't just point blank it with the 500 Magnum to get rid of it, you know? Okie dokie, here we go. That was, I didn't expect that. So speaking of 500 Magnum, some people have said if you shoot a revolver that's large like this, like a semi-auto, and you leave your thumbs out, there's a good chance that the pressure that comes out around the cylinder can just blow your thumb off. So I've got one of our new hands. They're not normally this big, and as you can see here, we're kind of missing a little bit of flesh from the thumb. I'm not really sure what happened. Maybe my UPS driver just chucked my package. I don't know. So I'm gonna use this index finger instead. All the pressure would be escaping through here. So I'm just gonna put that up there about like that, or as close as I can to it.
There we go.
And then pull the trigger. And we'll see if we're missing our finger.
What's your prediction?
I think it's gonna blow the flesh off of it. I don't think the bone's gonna be gone. We are locked and loaded. We got our finger there.
Oh wow.
Ah, yeah, that actually did quite a bit. And see these bones on here, that this hand, this is all one piece. There's no cartilage in between there. So I mean, God, I think you would be missing. You could be missing the tip of your thumb. I've heard stories, and I think I believe them now. This is something that not many people would think of when shooting a revolver, and I know that probably with a smaller revolver, we may not have the same results. It may just burn you, but when it comes to holding a revolver, that's why we keep our thumbs tucked. This gun's heavy, right? Maybe you're holding it like this to hold it up,
Right.
but you do not want your thumb anywhere near the end of that cylinder. That pressure cone,
Right.
definitely gonna jack you up.
Well, hey, for folks that are shooting striker fired stuff, that's the proper grip right there.
Right,
and so
exactly.
if I take this grip and I put it on
Apply
that
it there.
gun,
Bad day. Okay, so we're gonna move on to an upper body part, an arm. Hunting, we're gonna talk about hunting now, right? So they always tell you, you should not be walking around with your gun loaded, especially if you're crossing a fence or something like that. Real quick, let me show you here. There's nothing in there.
Clear.
We can confirm it here. You'll go to cross a fence or something, you'll set your gun down, and then they'll go crawling over that fence, and something will maybe tug and pull that trigger, and now you've blown your whole bicep off. So, I kind of want to see what that looks like.
they're also not drop safe, so that thing
Right.
could just fall over. Your buddy's climbing
Yes.
over a fence and just
Happens all the time, or they're crawling over and they've got this like this, and you're pointed right at your buddy, and then something pulls the trigger and you shoot your buddy.
yeah, man.
There's lots of accidents that happen when hunting. So, but we're gonna use this arm here. It is a little bit flimsy, but we're gonna load up this 12 gauge shotgun with a 3-inch turkey load, and we're gonna aim it right here.
You set? All right, here we go.
Okay.
That kicked.
It's raining humorous.
That definitely kicked.
Put your safety on and make sure there's not a round in the chamber when crossing a fence, everybody, because you're not going to have an arm. So have you seen the video where the guy is checking to see if the pistol is loaded, and he literally just points it at his hand?
Yeah, he does one of these kind of like looks at it.
Yeah, and then he pulls the trigger and shoots his hand. You don't point a firearm at anything you don't intend to destroy.
But what would it look like? if
See,
you
now
did?
you're on it. Now you're understanding. We have a M&P 45, and we have some 45 ACP HSTs.
It's gonna fillet it.
Here we go. Right at the old hand.
Fire in the hole.
You would still probably die from that because it's 45. That is a pretty big hole though, leaving the hand. So and that finger there is a little loose now.
Yeah, it looks, yeah, if you look in here, it actually, get in here, it just blew one of those metacarpals completely out.
Yeah,
so if you
it's
open
gone.
up right here, I mean, it literally just
You might lose that finger.
blew it off. I mean,
there's a good chance.
That's gone.
And I don't even mean lose the finger when it went off. I think there's a good chance that a doctor, if you came in with that, would say you're going to lose the finger because it's not attached to anything.
No,
You're missing all the bones. So for the grand finale, we're going to break out the 500 Magnum again. I don't know if you've seen the videos or not, or if you all have, but somebody who's new to shooting and does not know how to handle a revolver of this size, they'll give it to somebody and they'll just let them shoot it. The bad thing about that, and I've seen it on the videos, if you give somebody more than one round, you just load this sucker up and they go to shoot it, their reaction is going to be to just hang on to this thing for dear life. So you can see it's not loaded,
Yep.
right? Okay. So they're going to pull the trigger. The recoil is going to come back. They're going to keep hanging on that trigger, and sometimes they'll pull that trigger again, and it'll start working its way back towards their face.
Especially if those elbows break.
Yeah. So there is a good chance that you could just dome yourself with a 500 Magnum if you had never shot one before and you were not ready for it. So we're going to see what happened if you got domed with a 500 Magnum.
So I shoot a lot of the kind of tactical stuff.
Yeah.
I have never shot something like this.
You've never shot
I've
this?
never shot a 500 Magnum.
I am so excited right now. We have a Underwood Ammo 350 grain jacketed hollow point, and we're not going to fire this thing in an unsafe manner because if this were to come back, that's about how your gun would be, right? But I don't want to shoot it off into the air, right? That's bad safety. So we'll just shoot it normal, but at point blank range. If I were you, I'd go ahead and just cock it back. And now you just barely have to tap that trigger.
All right, very good.
There's something I failed to mention, John, that everything we shot today
how
didn't have blood in it, but
how convenient.
That
you
one was
failed
full
to
of
mention
green.
it. And you stepped way back, you jerk. That's how you lose a friend.
all jokes aside, how was that, and how do you feel right now?
That's a moose. I feel like I was betrayed by a former friend.
Just a little bit.
You.
Your shirt took the least damage for sure. This right here is not looking good.
No.
Yeah, it would be a bad day on the range. Got it.
Very good.
That was pretty good, I'm not gonna lie.
It was fun stuff. I learned some stuff.
Yeah,
Yep.
you learned how to destroy a table.
I did. I did.
It requires a large PT Cruiser. So let's do a review on everything we shot today. So hands a no-no. Definitely
Yeah.
don't point a gun at your hand.
I specifically learned not to shoot myself in the foot.
Definitely not the foot.
That's not a metaphor. But if I was looking at my foot and be like, man, I hate that foot, I still, knowing what I know now, I would not shoot my foot.
Yeah, no foot.
What do you think knee-wise? Would you ever just kind of like take a
no.
shot at the knee?
Knee is a big no-no.
It's a hard pass, guys.
Hard pass
it really
on
is.
the knee. Really, it's a hard pass on all of it. All jokes aside, everybody, when I'm out here shooting firearms and I'm having a blast and you're having a blast on your channel, we're practicing good firearm safety. And anybody who's getting into firearms, you're new to guns, definitely get some training because you would not want anything like this to ever happen to you.
That's right.
But today's video was really awesome. Those were cool slow-mo shots. John, the shirt, no, I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry about your shirt. Your reaction.
You almost lied to all of us out there. Like, I'm sorry when he was not sorry.
I'm not sorry. I did not tell him that head was full of blood. Because nothing we shot today had any of the fake blood in it. So you're just like, yeah, I'm going to just blast this. and totally got you.
And it was green.
He's a good sport. John's a great guy.
I'm not a good, I'm not okay with this.
Go check out John's
I'm
channel.
gonna troll you in the comments. I'm gonna troll you.
You know what? Don't subscribe to him. I changed my mind. There's a link to his channel in the description, but I'm just saying you don't have to click it.
I unsubscribe too.
Seriously, go check out John. Thanks so much for watching today's video. Give it a like, hit that subscribe button, and as always, my name is Scott, his name is John, and we'll see you next time.